The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and jasmine, a world away from the city I'd left behind. The city's constant hum, its neon lights and hurried footsteps felt like a distant memory as I breathed in the cool, fragrant morning. Here, the world seemed to move at a gentler pace, and every breath was a reminder that I was somewhere entirely new. My journey led me deep into northern Thailand, to a small village hidden among rolling hills and rice paddies. The landscape unfolded in layers of green, dotted with the occasional thatched roof and the glimmer of water in the paddies. It was a place untouched by the rush of modern life, where the horizon stretched wide and open, promising adventure and discovery. I hadn't planned this. I just wanted to step off the beaten path and see real life in a remote corner of the country. Curiosity pulled me forward, away from guidebooks and tourist maps, into a world where every encounter felt genuine and unfiltered. Each step on the dusty path was a step further from the familiar and closer to something extraordinary. The last stretch was on a sputtering motorbike, past stilted wooden houses and curious children waving as we passed. The road twisted and turned, lined with wildflowers and the occasional stray dog. Laughter echoed from doorways, and the simple joy of a wave from a stranger made me feel both welcome and wonderfully out of place. Chickens scattered, a water buffalo watched, and time seemed to slow, ruled by the sun, not the clock. The rhythm of life here was set by nature. The crow of a rooster, the call to dinner, the hush that fell as dusk approached. It was a world where patience was a virtue, and every moment was savored. I was an outsider, about to join a community where everyone knew each other. Faces turned to greet me, some with shy smiles, others with open curiosity. I felt the weight of my own unfamiliarity, but also the warmth of a place where strangers were noticed, not ignored. My home was a bamboo hut with a woven mat for a bed, a flickering bulb, and a porch overlooking endless green. The walls were thin, letting in the sounds of the night and the cool breeze that rustled the rice fields. It was simple, but it felt like a sanctuary, a place to rest, reflect, and watch the world unfold. From that porch, I watched the world wake and the stars appear at night. Mornings began with a chorus of birds, and evenings ended with the hush of darkness, broken only by the distant chirp of crickets. Each sunrise and sunset painted the sky in colors I'd never seen before, reminding me how vast and beautiful the world could be. It was basic, but it was perfect. Everything I needed, nothing I didn't. There was a freedom in living with less, in finding comfort in simplicity. The absence of distractions made space for new thoughts, new friendships, and a deeper appreciation for the little things. As I unpacked, the sounds of village life drifted in, hens clucking, children laughing, wood being chopped. The air was alive with the music of daily routines, each sound a thread in the fabric of community. It was a symphony of togetherness, of people living side by side, sharing work and joy. These were the sounds of a life lived close to the land and each other. Here, neighbors were like family, and every meal, every harvest was a shared experience. The sense of belonging was woven into every interaction, every smile, every helping hand. I knew this month would be more than a holiday. It would be a lesson in community, kindness, and respect for the world. I was eager to learn their customs, to taste their food, to listen to their stories. I wanted to understand what it meant to truly belong, even if only for a short while. I was ready to listen, learn, and be changed. This unexpected journey was already opening my eyes, and I knew that by the end, I would carry a piece of this place with me, its lessons, its beauty, and its gentle way of life. My days began before sunrise, with the first light painting the sky and roosters crowing in the distance, their calls echoing across the fields and waking the village from its slumber. The soft golden light filtered through the bamboo walls of my hut, casting gentle patterns on the floor and filling the air with a sense of quiet promise. There were no alarm clocks, just the natural rhythm of the world outside, inviting me to greet a new day with calm and gratitude. I'd splash my face with cool water from a basin outside, feeling instantly refreshed, and step out to join the village as it slowly came alive with movement and laughter. Everyone had a role to play. I tried to help wherever I could, though my efforts were often clumsy and met with good-natured smiles from the locals. I fed chickens with May Noi, who would laugh at my awkward attempts, her laughter ringing out as she showed me the right way to scatter the feed. Later I joined the villagers in the rice paddies, my feet sinking into the cool mud as I learned to plant each seedling by hand. gaining a deep respect for the hard work behind every grain of rice. As the sun climbed higher and the heat peaked, afternoon slowed to a gentle pace. People gathered in the shade of ancient banyan trees, mending tools, weaving baskets, or simply sharing stories and laughter. I'd sit with the elders, sharing sweet fruit and exchanging smiles, even if I didn't always understand the language, feeling the warmth of their acceptance. As evening fell, a gentle calm returned to the village, the sky painted in hues of orange and pink as the day drew to a close. Families gathered around outdoor cooking fires, the aroma of herbs and spices filling the air, while children played their last games before dusk, their laughter echoing through the lanes. This daily rhythm, simple, purposeful and deeply connected, became a powerful lesson for me, showing how life could be both meaningful and fulfilling without the rush of modern distractions. Life here moved in harmony with the land and the community, each person's efforts woven together like threads in a tapestry. It was a world away from the frantic, clock-watching existence I once knew, where every minute was scheduled, and every day felt rushed. In the village's steady, unhurried pace, I found a peace I hadn't realized I was searching for, a sense of belonging that grew stronger with each passing day. Each sunrise brought new lessons, and with every sunset I felt more at home, grateful for the gentle rhythm of village life. Food in the village was a celebration, more than just sustenance. It was the heartbeat of daily life, a ritual that brought everyone together at the end of each day. Every meal was a communal event, prepared with care and shared with generosity. The kitchen would fill with laughter and chatter as neighbors and family members gathered to chop, stir, and taste, each person contributing their own touch to the meal. I was welcomed to my host family's table each evening, sitting cross-legged on a woven mat around dishes bursting with color and flavor, feeling the warmth of their hospitality. Aromas of lemongrass, chili, and fresh herbs filled the air, all picked from the garden nearby. The freshness of the ingredients was unmistakable, and every bite told a story of the land. I tasted spicy jungle curry, fiery papaya salad, and other dishes that challenged my palate and delighted my senses. Sticky rice was eaten by hand, a simple act that made the meal feel even more intimate and connected to tradition. Every ingredient had a story, sourced from the land or river, sometimes foraged from the jungle, sometimes caught fresh that morning, always a testament to the resourcefulness of the village. The mother explained each dish with pride, sharing family recipes and local wisdom. Nothing was wasted. Leftovers fed chickens, peels became snacks, and every scrap found a purpose in the cycle of village life. Here, food was about connection, not just eating. Meals were a time to share stories, to laugh, and to strengthen the bonds that held the community together. Laughter and gestures bridged the language gap, and I felt a sense of belonging, even when words failed me. Sharing meals was a privilege, a window into their lives and values, and an invitation to be part of something bigger than myself. I realized how disconnected we often are from our food source in the modern world, where meals can feel rushed and impersonal. In these moments, I truly felt part of the village, a guest who became family, simply by sharing a seat at the table. In a place where I couldn't speak the language, I learned to communicate with actions, gestures, and above all, smiles. A smile was a greeting, a thank you, an invitation, understood by everyone. Walking through the village, I was met with ways and warm smiles from elders, women weaving, and playful children. One day, struggling to fix a fence, a neighbor silently helped, then handed me the hammer with a grin. No words were needed. Kindness spoke for itself. I became more observant, learning to read eyes and gestures. The village's kindness was in every small act. Fruit left on my porch, a shady spot offered, a smile exchanged. True connection, I realized, transcends language. The power of a smile bridged every gap. Village life was woven with ancient traditions passed down through generations. I arrived during a festival honoring the spirits of the rice fields. Houses decorated, music playing, everyone in vibrant traditional clothes. Elders led a procession, chanting prayers, and the air was filled with celebration and gratitude. Beyond festivals, spirituality was a daily presence. Spirit houses outside homes, offerings made each morning. These rituals shaped their relationship with nature and each other. Observing them taught me the importance of heritage and belonging. In a fast-paced world, these traditions were the glue holding the village together. They gave identity, history, and meaning. Witnessing this cultural richness was a privilege. The village was cradled by nature, lush rice paddies and dense jungle, alive with color and sound. Life here was a partnership with the land. The forest gave food and medicine, the fields gave rice. I walked narrow paths through the paddies, watching mist rise in the morning and golden light at sunset. The jungle was respected, full of gifts and dangers. An elder showed me healing plants and edible roots, passing down knowledge like a living library. Living close to nature, I noticed details I'd missed before. Butterfly wings, frog songs, spider webs in the dew. The villagers' wisdom was a reminder of our deep connection to the earth. In the city, we're insulated from this. Here, it was essential. I learned the importance of protecting wild places and listening to those who live in harmony with them. Nature was not just a backdrop, it was life itself. Village life was beautiful, but not without challenges. There was no hot water, electricity was scarce, and nights were dark and filled with jungle sounds. Insects were everywhere, a constant reminder I was a guest in their world. The language barrier was frustrating. I often wished I could ask questions or share stories. I made cultural mistakes, but villagers were patient, teaching me with kindness and humor. These challenges forced me to adapt, to be patient and resilient. I learned humility and respect for different ways of living. Overcoming discomfort made the beautiful moments shine brighter. The villagers' optimism inspired me to face each day with gratitude. Before this journey, I thought happiness was about achievements and possessions. The village taught me that true joy is found in simple moments. A ripe mango, rain on a bamboo roof, children laughing with a homemade ball. Their happiness came from imagination, friendship, and being together, not from things. The villagers had little material wealth, but were rich in family, community, and purpose. Their smiles were genuine, their generosity boundless. I began to question my own priorities and definition of success. My life felt cluttered by unnecessary things and constant striving. The village showed me the beauty of a simpler life, focused on relationships and the present moment. It wasn't about rejecting the modern world but finding balance. I learned to find joy in the journey, not just the destination. As my month ended, leaving the village was bittersweet. My host family prepared a farewell dinner, and the elder gave me a hand-woven bracelet, a simple gift that meant everything. The whole village came to see me off. Children waved, elders gave blessings, and my host mother hugged me goodbye. Riding away, I felt overwhelming gratitude for this profound education of the heart. This journey opened my eyes to a different way of living and seeing the world. The greatest gift of travel is connecting with people from other cultures. These connections teach us compassion, open-mindedness, and our shared humanity. A part of my heart will always remain in that remote Thai village. The lessons of kindness, community, and simplicity will stay with me forever. I promised myself, and them, that I would return one day. Thank you for joining me on this journey.